Hey everybody, Adam from realworldworship.org here, and doing another Kemper video. I have my Titan Guitars KR1. It has Lawler gold foil pickup in the neck and a Lawler specialty in the bridge. I have it set to have both on. I think it pairs really nicely with each other. Today I want to talk about, do pedals work with the Kemper? And specifically, what if you're using your Kemper just like an amplifier, and so you have a normal traditional pedal board and it runs from your guitar to your pedal board to the Kemper. I'm not using the 4-cable method, it's all in front of the amplifier. What is that like? It's exactly like a normal amp. And here's what I mean by that. Some pedals and some guitars, like certain amps, and certain guitars and certain pedals don't like certain amps. When I switched from playing let's call it a standard Fender style amp, a Fender Princeton reverb, for example, and then I went to the Benson Monarch, I found that I had to switch my drive section around a little bit. I found that the drive pedals that I was using that sounded fantastic with the Princeton maybe didn't work as well with the Monarch. So that's two tube amplifiers. One is a classic circuit, one is a modern classic, and they had different pedals that worked with different results with the two of them. The same is true with the Kemper. Some pedals just don't like some profiles. Like, for example, this is a profile of the Tone King Meteor 2. And I'm going to turn off all my pedals here. I have them on. And that is just the Kemper. There's no onboard effects, except I do have a reverb on, because I just like that. But the Tone King Meteor 2 is, even for Tone King, it's a rare amplifier. The closest comparison would be the Tone King Imperial, but it's a little bit different. But this profile, I think, works. It's just a clean kind of Fender sounding sound, but it works really well with pedals. I'm going to turn my compressor on. I'm going to turn my delay on. I'm going to turn a chorus pedal on. Turn those off because I don't usually run delay, chorus, and an overdrive. So now compressor and overdrive. Now here's the thing, I just switched. The first overdrive was an original Matthews clone. Not the Architect. The Architect's his new thing, but the original Matthews Effects clone. That's on. That sounds all right. Then I have the Matthews Effects Aviator, which is it's essentially a super hard-on style boost. I don't like the sound of that. But switch profiles. So let me go up to. This is the Tone King Meteor 2 and this one, which is a high-watt clean profile. Both of these are free. I did not pay money for them. They were free on the rig exchange that Kemper has through its rig manager. Nice clean sound. I think the clone sounds really nice through that. Again, personally, maybe you like that sound. I'm not a fan of the Aviator with that. But let me switch over. This is a Benson Chimera profile. This is from the Bend Sun profile pack that I bought from Tone Junkies. And here it sounds like on its own. It's a little bit. It's already got a little bit of gain going on. Bring the volume up just a little bit. Add the Aviator. I really like that. So it's totally profile specific. The Aviator works fantastic with my real life Benson Monarch. I think it works really nice with these Benson profiles from the Tone Junkies. I don't like the Aviator with those other two, the Tone King and the High Watt. This is the Brit Clean. Let me do actually this. This is British 40 profile from Brian Carl from Passion. I actually don't like either of my overdrives with that. But I'm messing around with the onboard drives that came with the profile, and they sound pretty decent. So it's all amp specific. I mean, you have, I think currently I have 300 profiles loaded onto my Kemper. And so, there's maybe 100 amps on there, right? It's all very amp specific. I don't like my pedals with that, but just the same way that there are amps where I've tried a pedal that I love and then I try it in a different amp and it just doesn't work right. It's just not the same. When I was at a church and they had a very, very clean amp, and I've been playing a Benson Monarch, which is not clean, but it's not high gain and it's not crazy dirty, but it's not a purely clean platform. So I had to totally redo my pedal settings and everything because my drive pedals weren't set up for that. Now here is the Brian Carl British Bolt. So basically he profiled it, the British 40s thing, but then he profiled it with a JHS Super Bolt in front. So the Kemper profiled that kind of EQ and breakup characteristics with the amp profile. All of a sudden, Matthews Aviator boost, which I did not like with the British Clean, now it's got the British with the Super Bolt in front of it. And I like that a lot. It adds a little more bite, kind of tightens up a little more clarity. So I like that a lot. It's all going to depend on the profile. Will a pedal work with a Kemper? That's the same as asking, will the pedal work with a Fender Twin Reverb, or will the pedal work with an AC30? Some do, some don't. It's totally going to be dependent on that pedal and that amp and that combination, maybe the guitar you're using. For example, I have a Cower Starliner with TV Jones Powertrons in it. My Benson doesn't totally like those pickups. It's the pickups. It's not the guitar. It's not my pedals. It's the pickups. And the way they're designed to be doesn't totally work with my Benson, which is not a standard Monarch. It has EL84s in it. It's darker and thicker than other Bensons. And so you have to know. So basically, if you're thinking, will my pedal board work with the Kemper? That's not the right way to think about it. Figure out if you want the Kemper, and then, like you would with any other amplifier, you figure out, do I want that amplifier? Yes or no? And then I go, all right, I'm going to figure out what drive pedals are going to work with that amplifier, because it's a lot easier to switch out drive pedals than an amplifier or a guitar. Hopefully that helps with your understanding of the Kemper, how it works, whether it's for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Check out realworldworship.org for resources for worship leaders, guitar players, and we hope you have a fantastic day.